Hello and welcome back to The Scare Factor. Today I have one of the directors of what I think will be the hottest film of this season, Eternal Revenge. Today we are going to talk with her about distribution and marketing. Hello Kylie, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, well why don't we get right to the questions?
Of course.
How does your project engage with audiences and how would it be distributed as a real media text?
My product engages with audiences by creating a real life feel. The relationship between the characters and how it's filmed makes the audience feel like they're really in the movie. Now, to distribute it as a media text, I would start by creating a movie poster and advertising it on social media platforms, such as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. If that gains traction, then I would create a trailer so that the audience can get a sneak peek of the movie and know what they are getting into when watching it. I would also have the cast do interviews as well as me do interviews, such as this one, to promote the movie and explain what it is about.
Wow, it's good to know you have everything planned out. My next question is, how did you choose your genre? Also, what types of audiences does your genre appeal to?
When picking out a genre, I did a lot of thinking about what types of movies appeal to all ages. However, I especially wanted to appeal to a younger audience. Teenagers. This is because the characters are teenagers, and I wanted them to be able to relate to the characters in hopes that it would make the audience feel more involved with and connected to the characters. The thriller and horror genre attracts a wide range of audiences. For example, people who enjoy being scared, adrenaline junkies per se. A wide range of young adults and teenagers enjoy this type of film. Other types of people include people who are fans of or like dark and creepy atmospheres, and even people who like violence. These type of audiences have a wide age range, allowing the film to be seen by more people.
It seems like you've got a lot of people interested in seeing your film. My next question involves audience theories. Did you use any when making your film?
When researching audience theories, I found some very good ones that relate to my genre. The most memorable, however, are reception theory, participatory culture, cultivation theory, and hypodermic needle theory. Stuart Hall's reception theory says that audiences interpret media text differently depending on their social and cultural differences. As I was making the film, I had to keep in mind that because everyone has had different experiences and grown up differently, they might interpret the characters and what's happening in the film differently than I intended. In film, participatory culture basically says that audiences are not passive consumers of media, but active participants in creating meaning in media. This theory suggests that audiences engage with media on many different levels. Knowing this, I tried to make the film as viewer-friendly as possible, with angles that make you feel like you're actively living the film with the characters, and characters that are easy to relate to. Cultivation theory was created in the 60s by George Gerbner and suggests that long-term exposure to media can make people start to adapt the same beliefs and attitudes and claiming them as their own. This creates a cult-like attitude. When viewers watch films that heighten their emotional state frequently, such as horror and thriller films, they can alter their perception of reality. For example, a person who watches horror films regularly might believe they are more likely to experience danger in their own life. The last audience theory I researched was hypodermic needle theory. This theory suggests that media is injected into viewers, basically saying that media has a direct and powerful effect on viewers. This theory has led some scholars to believe that media has an extremely powerful effect on people's attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. This theory ties closely to cultivation theory, as they both have to do with changing people's emotions through media.
You must have done a lot of research. My next question is, can you explain your plans to distribute your product to your targeted audience?
Yes. To maximize circulation, I would again use social media and hashtags. I would put ads for it on websites, engage in online communities, and reach out to horror-centered websites. Along with that, I could reach out to horror-centered online creators to help promote my film. I could also go to film festivals and promote it there, showing the film in its entirety in hopes it can gain more interaction in the horror and thriller community.
Well, thank you so much, Kylie, for coming on the podcast today. It was wonderful talking to you, and I can't wait to see where this film goes.
Yes, thank you for having me on. I as well am excited to see where the film goes.